Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin' Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister. As always, with the lovely folks here at TCGplayer.com, bringing you the best in trading card needs. So today we are sleeving up a spicy Simic Nexus of Fate deck. I saw Aliantrazi take third with this at the Classic this last weekend, and I thought it was a very interesting take on it, and there's not as many coming to play tap lands as what really kind of turned me off on the whole Nexus of Gates deck. It's just everything's a turn behind, and Standard's still pretty fast right now, so it feels like you just cannot be that far behind. This deck is a lot more smooth. It's a lot more concentrated on the combo, which is exactly where I think it should be. We played 4 great rounds here. We played against just about everything here. Esper mid, blue-black control. We played against Sultai Snake, mono red. You'll have to check out the games here. I don't want to have any spoilers, and I didn't spoil anything in the deck tech. If you want to get a bigger feel for the deck, you can go to that first. I have all the hyperlinks below where you can fast forward to those with ease. And then, I have the link for my article at TCGplayer.com where I'll have a short sideboard guide along with a short write-up. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the games. And welcome to the games, everybody. I wanted to try a Nexus deck real bad this week, and I couldn't really decide on any of the ones I really like until I saw Ollie's deck here from the SCG last weekend. So I really want to check this out and give it a shot, so let's do it. Oh yeah, this hand looks great. This hand looks great. I've been just wanting to explore the absolute bustedness of Wilderness Reclamation here since I started seeing all these decks crush it online. And like, just think if we draw Wilderness Reclamation on turn 4, we get to play that and Chemist's Insight and just go nuts. Yes, please. Alright, I think we just do this and get the search down. Pretty solid against control here. Looks to be Esper. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I think we'll take that. We want to play this turn. Esper mid. And put this. We're going to do it again. Alright, your turn. Pretty nice setup there. Now, things can, of course, go poorly for this matchup, but... Ooh, not as poorly if they don't play lands. We'll put that in the graveyard, because we kind of gained value from it there. Alright, we'll just go land go. We will take them missing a land. Alright, is this just blue-white, or are we missing a color? Who really knows? It's not going to adjust our play too much. We'll start with an insight. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want that right now. Alright, now, Crisis for 5? Definitely doesn't seem bad. We'll do it. Fishy, fishy. Would have been fine to wait until we get 6 for the extra card, but I think we have so much card advantage right now that we're okay with this. Just getting a body in play. Okay, so there is the Esper mid that we kind of anticipated. Yeah, and that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so we do have 6 cards here. We will graveyard that so we can flip. Alright, and we get that down and the game is pretty much over. Alright, we need to set a stop. Now we are going to Azcanta, looking for a Nexus of Fate. Alright, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll just put this in tapped. Resolve. Nexus. Oh, yeah. Our opponent may just scoop right now. Okay. So we're going to start by Azcanting again. No such luck yet. But we will go another Wilderness. And try to get that busted combo going. The combo, of course, I'm speaking of is 2 Wilderness Reclamations. It's absolutely busted. Alright, so we'll go like this. Add a blue. Resolve. And we want a Chemister. We'll just Azcanta here. Get our free value while we can. That's not what we wanted. Alright, now we'll Chemister's Insight. Discard one of these fogs. And there's Nexus. And this should warrant the concession. Unfortunately, our opponent is dead. Unfortunate for them, of course. For us, this is gas. Yep. Oh, Ollie, you did it again. Our opponent did stumble, so, you know, that is a definite reason there, but... Now, what to bring in? I want to have answers for Thief of Sanity, since that card tends to be quite good against us, which I think we have to. I like the one Mass Manipulation. I think that's all I like here. How much do I actually want fogged? Like, not that much. It's pretty tricky to sideboard with this deck. I mean, there's obvious matchups, mono red and stuff, where you know you want Palaka Worms, but what to take out is not as trivial. Maybe we just want to take out Root Snare? That seems like that could be super wrong. Blink of an Eye actually is pretty good against, like, Deputy of Detention on our search for Azcanta. Now, they do have Mortify for Reclamation, which is less than ideal. Yeah, I'm not too sure here. Alright, we're taking out Blinks. Not positive on this one. The only thing I know is I don't want to lose to Thief. And, yeah, really only good answer is the Destroy Target Flyer. It's not a great answer because it's pretty bad in other scenarios, but we're going to keep this. Growth Spotter into this on 3 would be pretty nice. Not bad. But we got a hero. Ooh, not bad. We don't care about that. I think we're just going to go land go next turn. We're not even going to spiral right away because there's nothing that we could really do additional. Okay. Very likely that we're just spiraling in the Simic. I don't think there's a real reason to do it during our turn. Spell Pierce or something like that would be obnoxious. And there is our friend. There is our friend that we're very much not excited about. Yikes. Okay, well. Yeah, we're just going to pass and try to Mystic Snake something here. Or Frilled Mystic, I should say. Maybe Blink of an Eye is just better than Fogs in this matchup. That could easily be. I'll have to get an Ollie on the line, and, alright, that's 2 lands. Maybe that third one is also a land. That would be cool. Alright, well, end step, we'll just go like this. Alright, our turn. There we go. It's not bad at all. I think we might still have to root snare this turn. Just because this is very likely to get countered. But at least next turn we would have a backup for it. We're going to root snare. No card advantage stuff yet, which is kind of crazy. This deck is pretty much full of it. Ooh. Well, in that case, we'll just kill this. I kind of had a feeling that that was a snake there. Otherwise, our opponent probably wouldn't have said go with 4 cards in hand. So now we can Nexus next turn, even though it's very much... If we get Wilderness Reclamation, it's probably worth it. Nope. Alright, we're just going to say go and draw cards off Memorial here, or counter something with our own snake. I don't want Hero to resolve. Disdainful Stroke? Yeah, that does dodge negates quite nicely. I do love this tech. Absorb, also quite nice. Is it worth it to just Nexus and draw a card here? No, I don't think it is. So we're just going to take some damage and sack a Memorial. Well, I think we will cast it now. Non-land, sorry. Now we get 2 turns next turn. Maybe that was a pretty good exchange for us, actually. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Our opponent is not going to be pleased. All right, for 7. That was pretty lucky. Alright, the next turn for us. So, we can Nexus of Fate again. And then have a Root Snare just in case if that doesn't work. Alright, let's try it. Boom. Get on in there. Free 7. Oh my. Oh my, that's just not fair. That's just not fair, Ollie. What have you done to these 4 people? Yeah, it seems quite good. Quite strong. So now there is still some things that hurt us, like a Deputy of Detention kind of wrecks us right now, but... Yeah, these should be blink of an eyes. These should be blink of the eyes. It's a little bit of a tough deck to sideboard with, I have to say. But yeah, if our opponent doesn't have Deputy here, they're just dead. Out of nowhere. That's the power of Krasis right there. Power of Krasis and Nexus of Fate combined there. Okay. Seems pretty strong. Opponent is still at 7, though. I'm gonna go for it. Boom! Exacxies! Alright, this deck is sweet. This deck is super sweet. Everybody stay tuned for our second round. Alright, and welcome back. Round 2, we're on the play. I am hyped. Oh, yeah. Anytime I have Growth Spiral on 2, your draws are just so much better. I love the turn 6 Crisis into turn 7 Nexus of Fate. That line is just so good. I like that there's only 4 Fogs in this deck. Otherwise, it just gets pretty awkward. If it's a bad card in the matchup, then you're just so done. All right, we'll say go. Swamp. Okay. I'm interested. You've got my attention. Arc Null. Duress. Duress is pretty good against us. Alright, we'll play this. Tapped. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's pretty good. That is quite strong. Now we can Nexus next turn. Yikes. Alright, I'll pretty much blink of an eye. Anything. That's under the category of anything. Get back. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I think that's going to be the play. We just want to be hitting our land drops here. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can only produce 6. Yeah, we're just going to let this untap. Move on from there. Just cast another Insight at our end step, discarding Root Snare, or blink something if we need to. Sure. Our opponent's still quite far away from that, so I don't think we're supposed to care yet. Discard Fog. I don't think we're going to be using that quite often. Excellent. Alright, so Reclamation here. See if this resolves. It does. So we get to do all the things. Alright. Blue. Blue. Resolve. All the blue. Resolve. Nexus. Done. Blink. Return that. Unfortunately, that's all we got this turn. So, Crisis for 5 is not that great, but since we're untapping so many lands here, it's probably worth it. Couple cards. Ooh, this is actually really good. Alright, so we'll resolve this. Now we get to Growth Spiral, put in a Memorial, float the mana, so we can use Memorial. Resolve, see what we find off this. Unfortunately, no more gas. We just have to play normal Magic for a little bit now. They get a turn? This isn't cool. But our board is so set up. I would probably try to counter this. It just really just doesn't matter, though. I think we'll just blink it again. Our opponent's got to be loving life right now. Blink. Our opponent's just been recasting the same search for Azcanta for what feels like 10 turns. Ooh, another play? Ooh, how could we ever lose? This deck is busted. We have so much mana. Alright, we'll go with the search. Yikes. Okay, why not? Wilderness Reclamation. We're getting our enchantments on. I think we're gonna have enough mana, believe it or not. Alright, so first, blue, blue, resolve. Cast this. Just gonna float because we got the Nexus. God, this is just not fair. So much clicking though. Alright, resolve this. Nexus. That'll probably warrant a concession. We have the snake. Boom! This deck is busted! Oh man, this deck is good. Okay, negates are gonna be good. Nezi, Carnal Tease. That's probably all we want. We definitely don't want fogs. Unfortunately, Blink of an Eye I don't think is very good either. It's probably just like this. Yeah, that seems like it's a great sideboard plan to me. I love when I copy a good person's deck like Aliantrazi, that the numbers just seem to fit into place so smoothly because, well, they did the numbers, you know? And so far, this has not disappointed. Now we get counter spells as well to push through our Wilderness Reclamations. This just feels dirty. Sure, they probably bring... Yeah, they might bring in Thieves now that I think about it. So I probably should have brought in our Destroy Target Flyers. Yeah, our configuration right now is super weak to a Thief. And they're playing blue-black, so that was probably bad. Keep. As long as they don't have it on 3, we'll be able to have the counterspell for a while. But if they have it on 3, how could we ever win? If they have it, I feel like they're going to take the Growth Spiral. If they don't have it, they'll probably take... Mystic? Who knows? Yeah, Growth Spiral just might be the better card to take, just in general. Okay. No Thief, no Thief. It's not a Thief. We'll take that. Alright. These snakes are a lot worse when they are not on turn 3. And they play stuff like that. Alright, well, at least we can counter some stuff now. I'll counter pretty much anything. But I won't force the action here. I'm content holding them up for a while. I can do something like End Step Nexus in a couple turns to force their hand. I don't like that. Alright, we'll do it. We're not going to get many opportunities. We might as well force through some creatures here. Something like playing a Mystic next turn and then Nexusing, that's a lot of damage. There's the thief. Alright. Now we'll snake pretty much anything here. We may use Memorial if we have to, but I definitely would prefer to not. Here comes public enemy number 1 for this deck, Thief of Sanity. Yep. I kind of just want to counter it. I definitely want to counter it, because that gets Disinformation Campaign. Okay, now our goal is to just start casting Nexus of Fates. It looks so weird having 3 separate hands there. Alright, our plan may work. That resolves. So unless that's an actual negate from us, our opponent cannot counter this. Alright, we'll try it. Boom. Ooh. Alright, if it was good once, it's good again. Alright. Our extra turns are over, but we got this for 5. Okay. I just wanted it as a blocker for Thief. Let's hope that's enough. If our opponent gets through this Crisis, we're kind of out of gas again. I really wanted to use that last Nexus of Fate to get 1 more card and 1 more power on Crisis, but we did draw the tap land. Our opponent has 3 different zones here. Alright, that was our card. Wait, so that goes to our graveyard. Nice! Nice! We got more gas now. I'll take that. Alrighty. I think we'll just start with the Insight. Get rid of this land. Sinister Sabotage, maybe? We would negate that. Well, I think we just go all in here. So our opponent has to block. Probably has to block the Mystic here. Boom. Alright. Got 1 turn to draw something, otherwise this Crisis will be taken over. Disinformation Campaign. I'm probably supposed to be okay with that, since that does not kill the Crisis. Discard this. I sense an exploding head coming pretty soon. That's okay, we're gonna play this. That will resolve. Get this sick value. Oh yeah. Here we go, Crisis. Boom! This deck is busted! All right, everybody, stick around for our third round. All right, we're running super hot. We won the die roll again. This seems like the deck that wants to be winning die rolls, to say the least. Ew. Okay, maybe not. Got a mulligan that. That hand is unplayable. This one's not great either, but we'll keep it. I think we're going to keep it on top. We just want to for sure hit our 4th land drop to start blinking stuff. Yeah. It's not pretty, but the one way we would just lose is if we go on our 4th turn, don't have a 4th land for blink of an eye. At least now we will be able to blink something with kicker. Alright, Sultai. Ooh, a special kind of Sultai. There goes one of our blinks. Ooh, takes the fog. Interesting. With Ritual of Soot, you're taking the fog? Alrighty. Nexus was not a good draw. Oh, wow. Oh, we can't cast that. That's okay. We'll happily bleak anything. Absolutely anything. Maybe not a Lana World, but close. Alright. That is not cool, because I don't want to blink that. Oh, that'd be such bad value. Alright, you got it. You got it. I think we just want to draw some cards here. Now, if we actually had counter magic up there, I definitely wouldn't, because cards like Vivian Reed I don't want to see. Yeah, cards like Vivian would not be ideal. Okay. I think we're sitting okay. It's an interesting game so far. Gross Spiral. Our opponent is not playing your average Sultai deck here. A big ramp to Krasis. Alright. We'll take it. We're going to discard one of these Blink of an Eyes. Yep, we didn't want that to happen, but yikes. That is not great. Well, we can Nexus. Also doesn't feel very good, but kind of not doing anything right now. Maybe it's best to just Nexus on our opponent's turn. And try to have 2 turns to set up then. Now our opponent could also have a Nexus. We can't put that past him. Alright. Another snake is quite bad for us. Hooray! Okay. It's pretty bad if they have another snake as well, but what really can we expect to be doing here? Okay. Do I just blink our own Wilderness Reclamation? Probably. don't want either of those cards back to our opponent's hand. Throw spiraling it up. Should still have a Nexus turn. Yeah, I was going to say, did I screw that up? Okay, well, we can do this for 5. I think that's our best play, unfortunately. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. Don't do anything too bad to me, please. I have a feeling this is going to die immediately. Yep. That's the only thing that really makes sense is our opponent just has a bunch of removal in their hands. Because we haven't really played anything worth killing yet. Now we're just hoping they don't have another Crisis. But they did use that on turn 4 when realistically they probably shouldn't. Alright, now we still can't do too much with this again, unfortunately. We're still going to float. See if our opponent does anything. No, okay. Now this is going to be a fog turn. I would love to counter anything. Fog. Moment of craving on the Crisis? Are you crazy? Okay. Trying to find it back, I suppose. Which we will be attempting to counterspell. Now we are even on board. And we don't care about that too much. We could blink it. But we don't get the draw off of it. So I don't think that's quite worth it. Take action. Give us something. Could blink with kicker this. Probably worth it. Ooh. I really want to get that into play now, but unfortunately I cannot. Nope. Take some action. Alright, now if we can block this and get to parity, this Search for Azcanta should take over the game. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay. No. And no. I'll take the snake. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let's set the stops and let the fun begin. God, this deck is just so busted. We just can't lose from here. Resolve. Nexus. Insight. Untap them. How many cards do we got in the graveyard? 11, so it doesn't really matter. Put that in the graveyard then and transform. Alrighty. I'm gonna start with this. I think another Wilderness Reclamation is probably pretty busted here. Wilderness. Insight. Draw 2. Alright. Sorry if this is kind of boring to watch, y'all, but it's very fun to do. With... I guess we actually can't do anything else now. Well, we can Azcanta one more time. Resolve. Azcanta is so good with that Reclamation. Holy. That's pretty good. Insight. We will Insight again. Play this. And I guess we have no more triggers, huh? One, two. Alright, unfortunately you get a turn. And we actually don't have counter magic up. I went a little too ambitious there, I think. Okay, well, no, it just won't matter. Play another one of these. Now we just get like 11 Search for Azcanta triggers. Alright, we'll start with that. There's a Nexus. Would like to take some action. Put this into play. Play another Search for Azcanta. Oh god, this is fun. For me, specifically. Not for our opponent as much. Okay, so we will cast Nexus. Boom. We will draw a card. We will float 4. This is just absolutely busted. Resolve. Let's go with another Nexus. Draw a card. Add some more mana. Resolve. Play Arch. How about another Nexus? We have to scroll down our Nexus triggers here. Alright, I guess next turn. My turn. Graveyard. Transform. I guess we'll Crisis for... let's pick a number. We'll do 9. And yes, I picked that completely randomly. Alright, search for Azcanta. We will get this, why not? Alright, now we'll cast this, or attack with this, and then just cast 2 Nexuses. And that should be enough. Boom. Nexus. Nexus. Oh, yeah, that's fun. That is fun. All right. What to bring in here? Alright, so Sultai with some disinformation campaign stuff. Definitely want the volleys. I think anytime I'm playing blue-black, they have to come in. We definitely don't want the fogs. I shouldn't say definitely, because I'm not still 100% sure those should ever be taken out. But it doesn't seem great. I kind of like the Immortal Sun. Anything where Vivian can be affected, I think that seems pretty good. Blink of an Eye felt very bad. So what if we do a Mass Manipulation, a Nezahal, and a Carnage Tea? That's making our deck a little top-heavy. I don't think we need all that. I actually only think we want Nezahal and a couple negates. Negate also doesn't feel insanely good or anything, but I don't think we need too many of this kind of effect because we just have the long game anyways, just because that's how our deck is set up to be. But why not? Can never go wrong with a good old Nezi. Alright, on the draw, I go first. I'll keep. Our opponent put us on the play. That's interesting. I guess enough hand disruption. They really wanted to be drawing that extra card. I could buy it. I don't know if I believe it, but I could buy it. Okay, so now we either have a turn 3 Mystic or negate, like a Thought Erasure here might very well happen. Nope. Spiral. Ooh, cute. Alright, we got our bigs. Now we just need to get Wilderness Reclamation going, and we should have some fun times ahead of us. Bloodfast? I don't like that. I think we'll get this going. Take action. Okay. Now we don't have an answer to a non-flying creature right now. That's kind of bad. Nor are we going to be doing too much. Okay. Ooh, hello. That'll be pretty good. I don't think I'm going to cast it now, even though I would love to scry first. I don't want to risk it getting countered. Nor do I want to risk them playing a Vivian right now. So I want to make sure I have an answer for that. But I will try to play this at end step, I think. Our opponent could just have Snake, and they probably do, though. So realistically, I shouldn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem good. Unfortunately. Now I think it's better because we can play Search for Azcanta the turn after. Still going to do the same thing, though. Wait for them to blink first a little bit. Contempt. I don't think I'm supposed to care about that. It's not really how we win the game. I don't love our position, because if we have to blink first, whoever has to blink first here, I think, is going to struggle. Unmoored Ego. Well, we did put secondary win conditions in our hands, so that's not the worst. Still doesn't mean we want it to happen. I like my Nexus of Fates. But we do have plenty of other ways to win the game, so this is actually not that big of a deal. I just really don't want to give away all our secrets in our hand here. Now the real question is, do we do it now? Well, our opponent doesn't have Mystic Snake? Probably. But if that gets countered, we do feel much worse. So maybe it's just best to say go again. See what our opponent does. Yeah. Not in love with it, but... give it a shot. I have a feeling this is getting Mystic Snaked. It's pretty good. Ooh, okay, it's Nezahal time. The Elder Dino. That cannot be countered, unfortunately. Let's see you do your stuff, Nezahal. We do have mass manipulation for 1 right now. If we draw a land, we could do it for 2. That's pretty good. I think we'll start with this. See if our opponent's willing to counter that. I suppose they could just have another snake and this looks a lot worse. That's been negated. We're gonna get in there. Okay, now I think we want to still play out our stuff here. Maybe we don't play this land. Now we do. Alright, do your worst. No Krasis? That's crazy. We will attack. Now we can just draw a card off Arch. That might just be the safest play. Yeah, I think we'll leave our opponent to blink first here. It's probably just game right here. Yeah, we'll draw a card with this. Why not? Okay. That feels much worse now. Well, we just mass manipulate this and we win, I guess. I guess that's just fine, right? No 1-drop that can interact. 1. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. It's ironic that our opponent's name was just Mass, and we mass manipulated them. All right, everybody. That was 3 rounds here. We're 3-0. Stick around for the 4th round. 4 matches with 4 die roll wins. Oh my gosh. So this will be our last round if we win, because this would have been 5-0ing the league. The first round wasn't on camera because it was not exactly a real deck that we were playing against. It was there was multiple league guild mages cast. No big deal. No big deal. It was impressive. But yeah, if we win this, we win the tournament. If we lose, you know, we got one more chance. But let's hope we win and just lock down this 4-0. I would love to play first. Oh, yeah. God, this deck has been just so utterly disgusting. I am a fan. I am an absolute fan. Wow. Seriously considering playing this for our Mythic Championship. We'll see how bad this matchup is, because I'm guessing it's not great. I would like to pay 2 life. I will say go. Yeah, this has got to be the worst matchup, I would imagine. We just get smacked in the face so often. But we still combo just like we would against anybody else, except they don't have any disruption for us. Alright, shock. Oh man, no land? Oh, well that's how you beat mono red right there. If they just give it to us. Alright, oh my gosh. Yes, please. That is just so sick. Now I get to snake something. Yup. Yup, I'll take it. No blocks. Not gonna let that happen. Oh my. Okay, well I suppose we start with this. If our opponent just hasn't already conceded. Alright, well. I think we'll just play this land. No attacks. And we'll just untap. Nothing crazy yet. We get to do something crazy next turn, though. Okay. I think we can probably safely just counter this. It is a 2-2, so might as well. Take action! We are dunking on our opponent. Alright, well, we'll set the stop just in case. Yeah, Krasis for 4. Boom. Our opponent's just like, how would I ever get out of this? Alright, Palaka. Come show us your stuff. Well, I don't think we really want anything else, but that does not seem like the greatest plan to beating mono red, just playing Palaka Worms, but, I mean, getting 7 is an absurd amount. Now, I probably can take out a little bit of redundantness here. I bet Blink of an Eye is just absolutely bad. Yeah, maybe it's just supposed to be Blink of an Eye for Palaka here. And just keep all the other combo pieces. That's probably right. Because we do want Fogs in this matchup. And we do still want to be doing our thing. But now we're just ramping to our combo. And if we just ever hit 7 mana, like, it's a perfect turn 6 to go this, gain a couple life, and then gain 7 and the game's just over. Blink just doesn't seem worth it to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, mono red on the draw. I can't imagine this is where we want to be, but... Okay, this is a great hand. Turn 3 Wilderness into being able to counter something on turn 3 if we get a blue source. That's pretty busted. And then just Nexus on turn 4. Wow. Oh my god, that is going to be our sequence. We're gonna take another turn on turn 4, y'all. That is insane. I can see why people hate this deck. Alright, our opponent got the land this time, but the nice thing about that is it's just a lightning strike to us. Next turn anyways. Okay. We'll pass. And a little bit of extra inevitability with the draw spells. This is nice. Alright, so here comes a lightning strike. Yep. No 1-drop to solidify that. Okay, Growth Spiral. Alright, another snake. Now we gotta go Wilderness. Now we either got a snake or we can Chemister's Insight. This is just busted. Now I think we'll just let this happen. Because we don't want a, the enchantment coming down. Alright, we'll just draw some cards. I don't think we're going to be dead, since these are not wizards. Okay. We will set a stop at our turn. We're going to be doing some things. Okay, so we need 5, 10. So we have 10 mana. So 10 is not 11. So we cannot go Nexus and Insight, so we might as well start with a Growth Spiral. Okay. Put this into play. We'll put this here. And now add some mana. Our opponent should be dead. Nexus. Unfortunately, we can't do anything after that. Shuffle away. Okay, we really wanted to land for this, but that's okay. Start with an Insight. Ooh, that Nexus is what we needed. Yep, that Nexus is what we needed. Now we just get another shot at that land. Nexus. Boom. Let's try this again. Our opponent's just like, forget this. Holy. This deck is insane. Ali Antrazi absolutely broke it. Wow. Wow, we did it. We did it, y'all. Well, I mean, this deck really gets all of the power of Nexus with none of the drawbacks where all your lands come into play tapped like the other Nexus of Gates deck play. Sure, it doesn't get like Gates of Blazing, but it's a combo deck. You don't really need to be doing both. If you do the combo part well enough, you don't need to have creature removal or any of the creatures that are big for their cost, like Ram or Gate Colossus, but they don't really suit into the combo very much. Like, they're trying to play two different kinds of decks. This one's trying to play one type of game, and it's doing it well. So, take it with a grain of salt, and, you know, maybe there's other Nexus decks that are out there that people think are better, but right now I think this is the one to beat. And, of course, this is a small sample size, but still, this deck felt nice. You all, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the deck tech. And welcome to the deck tech, everybody. Woo! Those were some battles. Those were some absolute battles here. I think this deck is designed very well. I think there's still stuff to be gained and more knowledge to be learned about this. And I'm sure there is some bad matchups out there. Like, I don't know how we didn't play against any of the blue-white decks. Those seem to be quite bad, where they can pressure you and have negates. I think that would be probably your worst matchup. And maybe just traditional Sultai is still not great. After sideboard, they just have so many tools to beat you. But then again, their Wild Growth Walker package is just irrelevant against you. It does almost nothing. So maybe this deck is just set up very well for the metagame. And who knows? So we'll go through the spells here. Blink of an Eye, one card that I was kind of not sure. Didn't think that it would be as good as it is. But being able to, you know, bounce a Deputy of Detention, bounce a Vivian, and then go off the next turn with like Wilderness Reclamation or something is an extra piece of, how am I trying to say this? An extra piece of reach that you can have here where you're not just the Nexus Turbo Fog deck. 3 Search for Azcanta. Search for Azcanta is finally back. It finally found a new home, and holy crap, is it busted with Wilderness Reclamation. Just, that's all you need. If you flip this and you have like 2 Wilderness Reclamations, you're gonna find the Nexuses and you're gonna find what you need to stay alive, fogs, whatever, quite easily. Low Sung Hero, this is probably like the best card in the deck. 4 matches up very well. That's why we have 4 mana counterspells and Insight, because you play this on turn 3 or turn 4 at the worst and you untap and have these is just insane. And what gets you to that there is the growth spirals. Being able to ramp while still drawing cards is huge game. Only 4 fogs here. I thought that was interesting to not play Pause for Reflection or anything like that. But the more and more I played with it, the more I thought it was just absolutely insane. So I like only having 4 fogs here, because when they're bad, they're super bad. And now you don't have as many of them, at least. Mystic Snake was okay for me. It really wasn't anything insane, but it did protect you on key turns, like when you're floating a bunch of mana and you have the win, but if they have 1 negate, you maybe would lose because Nexus of Fate would get countered. With this, it gives you that a little bit of insurance policies that late game you can Nexus and have a counter spell to force it through. Because it's crazy how much mana you can generate so quickly. This card is your best draw spell. If you can play this during your main phase and like untap and Nexus or something, it's just, the game's over. Oh, excuse me. We'll go to the sideboard here. 4 negates, any control deck, pretty easy there. Volley, what I've learned so far with this is, yeah, it's fine against Drakes, but any blue-black deck, you have to bring it in to respect Thief, because Thief is quite good against us. Maybe the worst card for us. A couple Carnage Tyrants for Esper, Nezahal for control as well, and then the Immortal Sun for Sultai. Pelakka Worms are here for mono red, and Mass Manipulation, I've just been kind of bringing in on any creature matchup, and it just almost always wins the game, so this card maybe should just be in the main deck, but then if you are playing against Esper or something, it's quite bad. You can still discard it to Chemister's Insight, but Mass Manipulation was impressive every single time I drew it and almost always just won the game. I stole like a Niv Mizzet and a Crackling Drake and an Enigma Drake once, and my opponent was just like, yeah, okay, I'm dead. It's not even close, you know? I want to thank you all for watching. I had to dip my toes in the Nexus of Fate pool. I don't know what people are saying it's so bad about. Why would you have to ban this card that was literally seemed unbeatable? I don't think... We may have lost one game. I'm for it. Ban Nexus. Ban Nexus before the Pro Tour, just so I don't have to watch anybody do Nexus loops, please. If not, I'm going to be playing it. I want to thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week.